Yes, y'all. Yes, y'all. I'm old school, but I keep it funky fresh, y'all. And this is deep, y'all. I'm from the deep, y'all. And what you get is what you motherfucking see.
Welcome back, humans! You know what day it is. My name is Jaime, giving you exclusive vents on headlines that you didn't even know you needed. And with that said, humans, let's get on with some vents. And if you're new to the channel, I'd appreciate if you would subscribe with notifications. Oh my goodness, do I find... I mean, like I said, there's some new news going on every day. I've been leaving the president alone for a while, because, I mean, that shit's just too easy. But, like, some of these people are just, like, taking the cake every day. Like, really? This just happened? Like, I mean, it's just amazing what we find when we look around on the news. But it's like our everyday news don't want to tell us this stuff. Like, stuff would probably be a better place if we knew stories like this was happening. If we knew humans like this was doing these kind of things, maybe it would be a little more entertaining out there. But that's why I'm here, humans, giving you these headlines you didn't even know you needed. But anyways... The longest film for a movie trailer ever made lasted over 7 hours. That's right, humans. A movie trailer that lasted damn near a work shift. So the full film takes like 30 days to watch. Like it's a month film. Okay, the movie takes a month. First of all, what theater is going to let somebody stay there for a month? And second of all, you get how many bathrooms? Like, what kind of theater is going to let you do this? Like, what the hell is going on? This movie lasts almost a work shift. And they did all this work for this movie. I forget how long it took. I think it was a total of 720 hours, like, in total. To, like, the whole movie's that long. And that's why the trailer's 7 hours long. Who's going to watch the trailer or after this? Don't. Because it's like, it's longer than, it's not even, that's a lot, that's a lot of trailer. You would, it must be it was like some strange artsy kind of film, and I guess the film didn't even get released. They did all that work, probably spent a bunch of money, and paid all these people, or maybe they didn't get paid. I don't know what really happened there. But the movie didn't even come out, thank goodness. Thank goodness. All that work, and then it would take like 30 days to watch the shit. Hope Netflix don't start getting no ideas and like Amazon Prime, like for their next series and shit. Like this one goes on continuous, and like everybody's gonna really watch it if it's crazy enough to watch. They're gonna watch it continuous, and your crazy asses, because of me putting it out here, are probably gonna get this idea. You heard it here first. So meant to bit, and they're gonna be over here like, oh yeah, this new series, you can watch it for 40 straight hours, and people will. People will use their vacation time to say they did it. Crazy. It's some crazy times, humans, that's for sure. Some crazy times. And not only are we some crazy times, like in some like medical stories, like figure like when you hear like medical make breakthroughs, like no, they're not curing, not curing the next disease, but there's doing some, exception to the rules that just popping out of nowhere, right? Like some people just like don't age, or some people just, it just all kinds of different like weird medical breakthroughs you have, This guy ran an entire marathon while chain smoking. That's right, humans. And he like placed. I mean, I don't think he like placed like in like top 10 or nothing, but I guess he like finished the whole race while continuously smoking, like chain smoked. That's right. He was, and this is true shit. You go look it up. Go look it up. This my man was running this marathon, smoking cigarettes. I don't know if they was menthols or not. But all I'm saying, and he finished the whole race. While people was hitting like the water boots and like hydrating, he was getting like a fresh pack of cigarettes and shit. Like there was a dude running next to him with a carton, popping it open, ripping the cellophane open, and like packing them, like and then passing them over. And then like, everybody else was getting water and shit, splashing their faces off, and he was just like, just lighting them up and running. Wow. These are some new times. Like I said, we are some adaptable humans. Like they try to throw all this shit at us and like we just adapt. That's why I think it's tripping when people, like they said, we're surviving the Impossible Burgers. Apparently during those tests, like I spoke on a previous episode, it was like killing all the test subjects. But we're eating it every day with a combo and fries. Hell yeah. This dude changed smoke. I bet you like Nike and like tobacco stocks just like jumped up like crazy. What's Pelosi's husband about to invest in? And we got to see about that. And how much money we send to Ukraine this week before Christmas? Let's see what happens there. Got to pay attention to that one too. Man, that's crazy. Man, oh man, what do we got here next? What do I got here next? Oh yeah, in some weirdo news. Okay. In some weirdo news, for people that are single and some people like going through like long distance relationship, I'm probably gonna get some flack for this one, but whatever. People in these long distance relationships and that are single for a long time, getting on the like weird fetishes or turning into like them weird ass people that are like marrying like objects or like having sex with objects. Like my man fell in love with a fucking ashtray, and then he like cheated on the ashtray with like a TV tray or some shit, and like it was all fucked up. And his relationship was all over. I don't know if he made it like Maury Povich or nothing, but that was like a true, like, go look it up. I think it was like a famous former bodybuilder or some shit. Yeah, anyways. So people are starting to cope with this long distance relationships and being single and getting weird with this new emotional support bear. And yes, humans, it looks like it's like a big bear. Almost like that bear, and I don't know if it's an insurance commercial. Like, what the fuck are them bears that are all fucking jacked up on steroids and they're like all around your house and playing with your kids and shit? You know, like, what's up with that? That's a weird ass commercial. These bears are just like, what are you doing, folks? And the parents are kind of sitting there like uncomfortably smiling in their house, and these things are like all around your kids and tucking them in bed and shit because these fucking things are like look like strong as like wild animals or something. You know, like the fucking chimpanzee in Nope. You know, like they're going to fucking rip somebody's face off. So they're all like, you could stay by the kids. Like, all nervous. I know I got a little derailed on the story, but I just had a vent on it. That's what I do. But anyways, they're selling this emotional support bear that reminded me of those jacked up roid bears for like $160. And it's just this bear that you can just hug and cuddle with. Like, fuck trying to get human emotional support. Like, I think if it gets to a point where it gets that weird where you need to like rent a doll, or, you know, like when we was kids, they used to tell us, you know, you're too big for dolls now. I mean, you're too big for toys or dolls and shit. I'd be like, they were action figures, Mom. Whatever, you know. So now we're going back to like, you know, it's okay to buy these dolls, you know, buy a doll again, I guess. And not for collecting. I guess you just get cuddle this shit. You know, it's like one step over to the fucking, it's one step closer to the fucking sex doll. That's all I'm saying. Next thing you know, they're going to be like emotional support bear, can put on genitalia. You know, that'll be the next phase. You just wait. And with Bluetooth option. Then you'll be arguing with your fucking cuddle bear and shit. It's going to be bananas, humans. Then you'll see, that's why I think that commercial was a little warning when they're all jacked up on steroids. It was this cuddle bear phase 1. And it could get to that. We got to watch out, humans. We just got to watch out. But like I said, if it gets to a point in a relationship where you got to buy a doll to, you know, comfort because your other person ain't there, maybe you need to get a different person rather than a doll. Maybe you just go out again and tell that person, like, look, man, I almost bought a doll. You know, like, we got to talk. I'm like, what? Man, I almost bought a big-ass bear. For what? Because I need you, and you ain't here. I can't be there. All right, well, I'm going to go get me another person, and I apologize. But I ain't trying to be with a doll. I'm just saying, I mean, you got to have these conversations. I'm just saying, if you get to that point, like, you just got to really think in depth when you're about to make that order. Like, I'm about to get this big-ass bear. Not like a teddy bear either, this big-ass fucking doll. Like I said, one phase next to a sex doll, in my opinion. You're like one step closer. Anyways, in some more weird-ass news, man sets record for pushing a peanut up a mountain using his nose. Who knows, like, who goes through these books or the glossaries or whatever the fuck to see, like, what records are available? Like, ain't nobody did that yet. Like, who goes and does that shit? Like, man, I'm gonna push this peanut up with my nose. Like, ain't nobody, I'm gonna climb, it's not just climb the mountain, I'm gonna climb the mountain with pushing the peanut. I mean, like, who just looks through there like, this one's available? Like I said, did nobody try this record-breaking shit yet? No kidding. In other recent news, humans set a record for not giving a shit about this guy's record. And I'll continue, humans. That's crazy. Okay. Woman charged double at an all-you-can-eat restaurant for eating too much, they claim. That's kind of mean. Like, especially this super sensitive time where people get canceled and shit, right? Like, that's bananas. Like, so it's all you can eat. If it's all you can eat, it should be all you can eat. That's all I'm saying. That's just bananas. That's like the government's illusion of our freedom. They're like, okay, you have freedom of speech. No, you don't. Isn't it the same thing? Like, here's all you can eat, but not that much. Dang. That's something like false advertising like crazy. I would be super mad. They would get canceled like for fucking being like all this false advertisement and fat shaming somebody. Like, hey man, you ate too much. You know, a comedian, you know, based some of his stand up on getting yelled at for being at a place. They said he was being there too long. They just told him leave. They didn't charge him double. Dang. Poor lady. She probably got embarrassed too. Like, you got to pay more. You got to pay more. And in some other weird human news, man who injects oil into his muscles to look buff claims that like he don't plan on stopping, despite his doctor's, you know, warnings of all his like health concerns. My man's like, I don't care. I'm gonna keep doing it. Look at me. Look at this. You know, he's like saying like he's just a man, and he's putting some kind of oil into his muscles to make him look like this. And apparently he was going to the gym doing it legit till somebody's like, hey man, I can fast forward this shit. And so when he was starting to do it, he's like, oh, you know, and then he got carried away to where this looks weird. It looks kind of weird, man. It looks like not real, like from some of the pictures. But then when you see him for real, like doing workouts, like if you're already working out, like your normal muscles would look better than this. That's all I'm saying. This is weird. And he's just risking his health because to him, he thinks it looks good and shit. Now he's obsessed. He's going to keep doing it. And that's to me, it's really gross. Like I said, just injecting oils all in your body just because you think it looks good. And just regardless of the health. Like I said, he's getting clicks. Like he said, he got all the attention on his social media. So now he's on going and he's going to go take it where it goes. And in the future, like I can almost see the future, and it's like future newspaper just come up. And it was like this future news article says, doctors try to inject life into the guy who inject oil into his muscles. That would be the future article for this guy, man. Crazy. Insane, humans. In some more other weirdo news. Oops, I lost it. Let me find it again. There we go. In some weirdo news, man is planning to build a boat and sail across the Atlantic just to meet Elon Musk. That's right, humans. I don't know if this guy's got money or if he's rich or not, or maybe because he doesn't have a lot of money, he's gonna fucking, you know, put the effort in and put in the elbow grease and build this boat, cross the ocean, and then go meet Elon Musk. In a follow-up article, Elon Musk just banned him from Twitter with his stalking ass. And rightfully so. How you gonna announce your stalking too? I thought stalking is supposed to be like secret. That's supposed to be like secret. In some crazy, you know, no offense, ladies, but crazy woman news. Okay, I know people do like gender reveals, and people do like gender reveals in the baby thing, right? That's like the big thing. All right, we're gonna tell you what it is. You know, some people like we're gonna wait till the baby's born, or we're gonna have this big party, and some people die during the shit. It gets all out of hand. This gentleman found out about a pregnancy, not by a gender reveal, but by a pregnancy test, who his girlfriend ended up making the pregnancy test into a popsicle. Yeah, humans. She used the pregnancy test. He made it into a popsicle and gave her boyfriend a popsicle. My man's like, oh man, you know I love the cherry ones, right? And he's eating a popsicle, and at the end, she's like sitting there just looking and waiting, and he looks at the stick and like, what the fuck is this? And then there was a pregnancy test in there, like, congratulations, we having a baby. And he just ate the popsicle, like all of it. And I'm no scientist, and I'm no expert. But I think you peed on that. I think you peed on that popsicle stick, or not popsicle stick. You peed on the pregnancy test and then made it into a popsicle and let your boyfriend eat it. All the way. Gross. That's just gross, humans. That's gross human news right there. Well, I hope you all enjoyed this episode. And if you did, I'd appreciate if you would smash that subscription, hit me with a like button, and turn on the notifications. My name is Jaime, and this has been another episode of Meant to Vent. Till next time, humans. See ya.